very much. I'm so honored by this conference, by the little webinar. My name is Rodrigo Garcia. I'm a founder of Organización, Conservation of Cetaceans, Organización para la Conservación de Cetáceos, from Uruguay, South America. And we work since more than 25 years with especially right whales, focus on that species because still are on conservation and depend on conservation efforts, and focus doing the little work with the Tursiops, bottlenose dolphin. But we focus more in the work with right whales in three areas. One is education, first of all, with the school children, with the youngers, the youth, and of course with authorities that we are working so closely, coordinating with the Ministry of Tourism, of Environment, Relation Affairs, and others, secretaries of public secretaries of our government. We work closely to our government, but not depend in any way of the decision of government or influence by the government. We are an NGO, and we start, as I told, with this talk with the school children. They are our biggest partners of all. And we make some little research. Our strong effort is not in scientific area, but we work with establish the most important data about the behavior of the right whales. What are they doing in our waters? We quantified the behaviors from 5 years. Systematic study, and we determine that study the whales are used in our habitat by the breeding and reproduction and fecundation issues, and that we start all the political issues and recommendations. Now we start our presentation. If you have any question, please stop me. And I could explain more about it. This is our, sorry, it's in Spanish, but I trying to translate in my poor English. Sorry. This is our program of responsible tourism that focus, first of all, to engage the private sector and the public sector in the good practice, not only in the water, in terrestrial manner too, as the hotel or restaurants or all that the tourist service involved in the whale watching operations. And we talk about all that you know very well, the correct use of the water, of the energy, of the carrier, our own bag, don't use plastics, walk and reduce the impact on carbon, all that you know. And we made a strong campaign every year in the cleanup, beach cleanups, and principally in our department in Rocha. We live in the ocean coast from 250 from the capital of Montevideo, and we make with the communities, and as you see, the youngers, the youth, the cleanup and beach cleanups. And in this chapter of area of responsible tourism, this is one of our most important work. Together, as you see in below, is the most important ministries. DINAMA is a direction of environment of the ministry. The Uruguay Natural is a Ministry of Tourism, and DINARA is a direction for aquatic resources, and the OCC. We made since 2002, when the decree of whale watching to regulate the whale watching start in 2002, we start with an obligation of the captains. We have 3 boats authorized to make a course together these ministries, and there is an obligation to do that, to be authorized to make whale watching. Can you understand me well, all that I talk?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Have a little delay, told me my advisor here. Well, I'm trying to go slow in the talk. And as I told to you, our focus is in the right whale, conservation of southern right whale, of course. Our whale season is from August to October. We are in the final of our season. And as you see, the right whales are very common in the shore break, and you see from the shore of the beach. And they arrive, as I told, for breeding, including fecundation and born of the calves and calving. Yeah, here is all that pictures. I'm from here, of course, and we register several whales. Well, the I'll call albinism, but is more leucistic theme. They are recorded every year. A white whales born here, and that is our premises of the responsible tourism. And since 2002, we made a route called the right whale route. Okay. Might say there is a little delay in the still Albina in the presentation. Yeah, no change. Well, the next picture will be appear because Mai told me is yet the whale before. There is okay. Here is a map called the right whale route, where you can find whales along the coast from the land-based terrestrial structures or from the lighthouse or natural elevations. And we made a interpretative coastal circuit for the finding and sighting the right whale, for whale watching, but from terrestrial, principally for terrestrial land-based platforms. As you see, this is a special land-based that we are inspired by the land-based of South Africa. Similars. There is the last tower. Okay, there is a little delay. Sorry about it. And in these platforms of whale watching, you can see signs with a lot of information, not only of right whales. They appear in sometimes you can see from the shore killer whales. There is not really common, but you can see 1 or twice or 3 by year. We have several interest pictures about it. One especially is a female with the dorsal totally collapsed. This is as I research, the only register that we have in the world with a female with a dorsal fin totally collapsed. If you need I can send the photograph of that female. And these signs show to the tourist in general the principal recommendation for sightings, some information about the right whales, the blow, and how could you help the right whales. This is a part we are sharing other parts of our program. There is not important now to go deeply, but I know, I can imagine you can know what is the decree about regulation of whale watching, but it's not different of other countries. There is a circle where the whales are protected of 300 meters from the whale. The ships, any boat can go closely into this circle of 300 meters. Only the 3 boats authorized can go until 100 meters, except when our mother with calf. When appear mother with calves, the boats, even the authorized, need to stay more than 300 meters from the mother and calves. These are working very well because we strongly work with the communities along this where the whales appear, and the communities are very, very involved when they see some boat or some surfboard or any swimmer or something like this close to the whales. They call to the Naval Army. Here is the Navy, similar of you, the policy of the water, of the sea, and they take away this boat or something that in this circle. Well, this is a card that in the whale watching boats, the guides show to the tourists and on board the boat. This is a quickly guide for the principal cetaceans that you can whale watch in the boats. The right whale, the turcios. There is a La Plata dolphin too, a very, very endangered dolphin here. We are very concerned about this situation. And the killer whales, as you see. And we are in the middle, but we are go more fast. This is I'll show the list of the practice for the responsible whale watching tourism. This protocol is an obligation for the captains and the owner of the boat to sign for the authorizations to make whale watching. We have several practices, around 36 practices from the concern. Involve different issues in the protocol. First of all, there is issues about the boats, and we have a delay yet. Oh, we are right. Perfect. This is only for the HM1 for the ships. The second is for security and healthy in the boat. There is behavior of the passengers and tourists in the boat. In red, there is an obligation, totally obligation. In blue, there is 3 options when they signed this protocol. There is an option in which the boat perhaps don't apply entirely 100%, but they want to apply. And we have a a point in the medium that we wait for that practice applied totally. I don't know if you understand me, but that is the ships, the three boats authorized, the Calypso, Oceania, and Barcos del Este. They have, as you see, a sticker. It's like a compromise. Okay, they appear the three boats. There are the three boats authorized. They have this sticker, and there is a possibility to the tourists to identify which boats are authorized and they're not authorized. An important issue is these boats are in the most important port of our coast, is in Punta del Este principally. Well, this is the as a stamp, and this is a picture of this is a stamp yet, and the next will be the captains and the authorities of the Ministry of Tourism in the middle, and the as you told, alcalde is a mayor of Punta del Este is support all that work with the responsible tourism in Punta del Este. Well, finally we are only show our principles of why we are trying to make a sustainable tourism, whale watching, responsible, etc., with the different principles of precaution as endangered species, protect the habitat, protect the people. That is our principles about our works. And finally, we are so happy to announce the 5th anniversary birthday of our sanctuary in our waters. By law, we created in 2013 a law together the children, the school children, in the parliament go together to present all our economic exclusive zone as a sanctuary for whales and dolphins. We really don't have a management plan, but there are several indicators about there is not a paper park. First of all, the decree of watchings are working with the boats not authorized. Second, when the seismic exploration for oil and gas starts, the companies before want to know about the sanctuary, about the precautionary principle, and we have a meeting together, the companies, Total and the other, I don't remember now the name, Tullow, or Tallow, I don't know how it's pronounced, Tullow. And they want to know the best practices. They know really the best practices with cetaceans, of course, but they really want to know what are they thinking about it. And we thinking this before the last year. We don't have a strictly study for the impact of the habitat for the seismic exploration. And by the reason of the sanctuary, now we have a conditional study for the impact, not only for cetaceans, for all the biodiversity in the ocean. That is one, the second goal of our sanctuary. And the third, that started 10 years ago, was alert for all the ships coming into our waters. About the Navy alert, we have a sanctuary and we have a season of right whale and endangered species, and there is a call and a paper mail, or I don't remember what is exactly the manner, but it's an alert to the ships the Navy they are doing every year on our sanctuary. Well, and I'm part of the delegation of IWC, International Whale Commission, every year. Perhaps Uruguay rejoined, coming back to the IWC in 2018, and with great successful, because we are joining the Atlantic South Sanctuary and several resolutions, and I'm part of the advisor in our official delegation of Uruguay. And well, the sanctuary is that, and as you see, I put your logo in our presentation, together Earth Flow, Mission Blue, and we are authorized to say, not yet with launch, this is not official launch yet, but Mission Blue are recognized our sanctuary as part of the hope spots in the world. We are launching that on 2028 in the Calypso boat, a boat authorized for whale watching. And of course, you are all invited. But we are trying to make an streaming little talk on board on the next 28th, it's a Sunday.